Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In our day-to-day life, we come across certain financial terms like repo rate, reverse repo rate, cash reserve ratio, and so on. What is the meaning of these financial terms? In this video, I'm going to explain about the financial term called repo rate. Before moving into that, let me tell you one thing. When we don't have sufficient amount with us, when we don't have sufficient amount of money with us, we generally approach a bank. We borrow money from a bank. In return, we pay EMIs and we pay certain amount as interest. In the same way, when banks don't have sufficient amount of money with them, when banks are going through a cash crunch, banks generally approach central banks. In India, it is Reserve Bank of India. Commercial banks approach Reserve Bank of India for loans. In return, Reserve Bank of India charges certain amount as interest. This interest we call it as repo rate. This repo rate is very critical financial parameter because repo rate directly or indirectly affects the financial life of every citizen of this nation. And now the question is how? Reserve Bank of India uses this repo rate to control inflation and regulate liquidity in the economy. For example, when inflation is high, when prices are high, RBI increases the repo rate. Repo rate is nothing but the interest charged to banks. When repo rate is increased, it will restrict the banks to borrow money from RBI. Subsequently, money supply into the economy is restricted. Finally, inflation gets controlled. Also, if repo rate is increased, banks have to pay more interest for the money lent to them. Therefore, it eventually affects the public borrowings like home loan interest rates, returns from bank deposits, and so on. Let us take another case where RBI wants to infuse more money into the economy. In this case, RBI reduces the repo rate. Reducing the repo rate encourages banks to borrow money from RBI, and it will further support in increasing the money supply into the economy. So, this is the brief explanation of repo rate. In the upcoming videos, I will explain about the terms such as reverse repo rate, cash reserve ratio, and statutory liquidity ratio. Until then, stay tuned to my YouTube channel. And finally, don't forget to subscribe.